Hello and welcome to Field Devices. This is Forge Alliance Forever, the latest patch. You got a 2v2 going on here on one side. You got Rienzilla playing as Aeon. Looks like he's gonna get a factory a lot after. Perhaps this is a X2. In-Com is playing as Cybern on his team, and he's getting a factory first. So this is the strangest build I haven't seen since vanilla. Or an X2, but this is definitely X1. We see plus 20 from each power generator, so we'll see how that works out for him. They are taking on Never Rising Sun and Voice of Reason. I bet you when there is a 2v2 ladder on Forge Alliance Forever, these two players are going to be near the top. That's my prediction. And you can see here both of them being extremely aggressive, just a factory and then going to the middle. So they're going to get these mass chunks, and it looks like a factory attack move with NGs from Voice of Reason. Speed this up a little bit. This is a live game, but I'm a bit behind. No factory attack move from Never Rising Sun. So let's see how this is working out. Still, just the first NG is going to come out at 1 minute 30 something seconds. That's really the problem with this build. But perhaps when you play with two players, that could be a good build where you donate a lot of resources to your ally and really push your ally forward, but I'm not sure if that's the case. And another interesting thing, the left team has completely given up mass. At this point they don't really have much of a hope of getting any of the middle mass. Both ACUs staying back, especially Rienzilla's. In-Com here is still sort of trying. Got a Cybern on top. Big advantage here, EEF versus Aeon. EF definitely has a lot of advantages, especially when you already have something like Cybern on that team. Now we are going to see the first kills of the game. We got In-Com coming in with an NG. It should be short-lived. He's going to get a little bit of mass until Voice Reason takes him out with the ACU. He's going to get a PD. That's going to be an overkill. Just a single Mantis here coming up. And one thing to note, not too much raiding whatsoever with light assault bots. We do see a couple flares here from Rienzilla, but they're going to run into the ACU. We see Never Rising here in a Tech 1 PD, and NG stealing some mass from Rienzilla. And Voice of Reason already finished with this PD, and a lot of arty here. So he expected a challenge, but he didn't get it. And we'll see if In-Com gets there in time to perhaps challenge for a little bit of this mass. See Voice of Reason now getting some power generators. Still a lot of mass. Probably should get on to getting some of this. At least some of these mass chunks that are far away out of the range of this PD. Now we're going to see here already 1 kill. 3 kills for Never Rising Sun here on the bottom. See only 1 land factory here from Rienzilla. 3 land factories from In-Com. And an air factory now from Voice of Reason. This is going to be a massive Tech 1 spam. Actually from both players. You see both Cybern and it's going to be this NG. You have Tech 1 factories. You see Voice of Reason here sending In-Com back. It's a pretty big push. Probably should stop. There's quite a few units here for In-Com. Doesn't want to get in trouble. Of course, a great place to retreat to here. It looks like he did protect all this mass. It's a good work from Voice of Reason. Never Rising here got a factory, a very advanced factory, making some scouts. It looks like a radar here from Rienzilla. Pretty nice power spam from Voice of Reason. He's also got an air factor. We see Jesters coming out. Could be an interesting unit. Absolutely no interceptors for the other side, so a Jester go anywhere it wants, can do a lot of damage, taking out radars and mass extractors that are far away. I should see a lot of T2 mass extractors popping up here. Already see 1 here, 2 more on the way for Never Rising. See a couple Tech 1s. There's a Tech 2, another Tech 2 on the way. And the map control definitely shifting toward the right side. There are significant forces here from In-Com and Rienzilla, but it's going to be not enough very soon. We actually see T2 ground coming out for In-Com, and he is making engineers. He does have 1 missile launcher, mobile missile launcher. This can outrange anything that Voice of Reason has, but it does need some protection. It does have a few manti, but Voice of Reason is going to have much more very soon. Now we're going to see a lot of units created of these two spams of factories. And here is the advantage of taking map control. You get extra mass extractors, so extra 6 here, and 2 of them Never Rising Sun's about to get. See some teching. Tech 2 looks like Rienzilla went T2 with his ACU. That's probably a little redundant. Looks like an NG spam, and a lot of NGs here next to the factory Tech 2 land from In-Com. And we just saw Voice of Reason run over. He's going to get 2 more mass extractors for himself as well. And here's this spam from Never Rising Sun. He's going to take out the rest of the mass extractors, push all the way to the last choke point for the left side team. And a lot of gestures. Looks like it's going to be an attempt to snipe on some ACU. See 5 gestures and a couple interceptors now from Voice of Reason. We do see the ACUs are running back now. In-Com getting an upgrade, perhaps Tech 2. A couple of Tech 2 PDs would be very good for In-Com's team, because they does have a large group of Tech 1 just running in. Looks like they're going to turn to Rienzilla's base. Rienzilla has absolutely no defense. He's going to try to get some Tech 1 PDs, but this is going to be pretty terrible. We do see a couple of Tech 2, the Wangers, from his ally. They're going to get a lot of kills, but they probably won't get enough. Looks like a gun upgrade on Rienzilla's ACU. That should really help. And here come the gestures. Rienzilla in quite a bit of trouble. Some interceptors from Rienzilla. Those should kill those gestures in time. 17 kills. So not enough gestures really to cause too much damage. Although it doesn't look like the interceptors are being created anymore. That's really bad. We see a Tech 2 flak. And I see good micro here from the gestures, avoiding all the anti-air. They're going to just take out these T2 mass extractors. It will be easy for them. And pretty good attack, but good defense as well from the left side. Left a lot of mass here. And really it was focused on Rienzilla's ACU, and it survived. So we really can't call that a success. We see the 2 mass extractors were destroyed in Rienzilla's base. Still big problems for the left side team. And now tactical missile defense. In-Com just sitting there with a T2 ACU. Pretty good eco here from In-Com. A few T2 mask extractors. We see not every single mask extractor here is T2. Only see 3 T2 mask extractors from Voice of Reason. T2 flak. See, where's that T2 factory from? It's one of these. Got to be a Tech 2. But a lot of Tech 1 everywhere for both of the right side players. These are some aggressive NGs from Voice of Reason marching into enemy base. And a couple of transports here would look really nice for both sides. Very undefended corners. Just, throw some of these Tech 1 units right over the edge. Doesn't look like the left side has too much air to do anything about it. And a lot of air here from Never Rising Sun. And it looks like these factories are going to be making NGs now. So Never Rising Sun's going to do a little ecoing. See a factory making Janus bombers. So you have bombers very good at anti-air as well as hitting ground targets. Perhaps we're going to see another attempt at a snipe, this time with Tech 2 units. And we can see here map control, 3/4 of the map. There's a scout that's still there from that last attack. It's doing a good job. Actually, the stealth is on here, so only direct vision will be able to see that unit. Here are the Janus bombers. Not clear what they're targeting. Looks like they're for the most part dying. They did just take out this Tech 2 bomber, never mind. So a nice attack from Never Rising, keeping the pressure on. And another Tech 1 push. But a good T2 force here from In-Com should be able to prevent any more trouble. Pretty big Tech 2 land spam from In-Com. It's going to be a lot more mass for the left side team. That's really the only advantage they've had the whole game, is they get to reclaim a lot of dead units from the enemy. Voice of Reason getting some Tech 2 under a stealth field. Looks like a lot of his Tech 1 factories are paused, and he is making Tech 3, perhaps a couple Tech 3 drops, a couple bricks coming out for Voice of Reason. And we do see the scores at least shifting in the left side favor. They are playing a more turtle style. They're not making all those Tech 1 units. All those Tech 1 units are free mass. If we look here at minute 16, In-Com has reclaimed 7,000. Voice of Reason 13. We see Rienzilla at 7,300. Never Rising at 7,100. So everybody basically the same except of Never Rising Sun, or actually Voice of Reason. And still Manti versus these Wangers. A lot of kills for the individual units. Here we saw some 10s, some 8s. It's a good work from two good Tech 2 defense. Here comes some more snipes, taking out T2 mass extractors. These are Corsairs, excellent bombers from Voice of Reason. And a counterattack. Oh, these are missile launchers. This is going to be a huge loss for Voice of Reason. We see Tech 3 power. Some Tech 2 flak is really would be great for In-Com, but a nice Tech 1 force from his ally takes care of the situation. That was a big loss. Each one of these was about 800 mass, and plus some losses of Tech 1 mass extractors. And an NG and NG battle here. Looks like the multiple NGs will win, but it's a 1-1. Voice of Reason getting some build capacity. And it's actually early on a big advantage for Voice of Reason, Never Rising Sun, but now with all this mass that they've given to their enemies, this game is swinging in the left side favor. Do see a lot of potential for snipes here, but soon these won't be very effective. As soon as the left side team gets plenty of shields, which looks like they're working on. Actually a Tech 3 shield here, a Tech 3 power. And if you get Tech 3 power, you can make Tech 3 air, and then these T2 snipes are becoming obsolete pretty quick. And here come the Wangers, 10 kills for this one. They're gonna have some trouble with that PD, take it out. They're gonna keep on moving through. Good work from these tanks, but it looks like numbers for Voice of Reason should take care of it, plus these bombers. But lots of problems with those Tech 2, and here comes a snipe. On one pass, couldn't even take down the Tech 3 shield. So Tech 3 shields from man, 18,000 health, and that was definitely not a successful snipe. And Tech 3 anti-air, so no more sniping. And this is very impressive here from In-Com. A whole bunch of loyalists. The loyalists are going to be met by 2 bricks. So 2 bricks versus 8 loyalists. So far we see some loyalists dying, but also some air support for those bricks. The loyalists are going to take this with minimal losses, so 2-2, but here comes another brick and more Janus bombers. And finally, that was a great battle with a whole bunch of dead units. The loyalists are going to die, but really it was the Air Force that saved these bricks. Only the third one survived. So far a pretty good battle here, minute 20. We should see Tech 3 Air become much more important. And one thing to note about Never Rising Sun's base, absolutely no shields. This would be an awesome target. We see all these power storage, very explosive. I predict we're going to see explosion there. And not too much T3 air at all from right side, and they will need it. We see a transport. Tech 2 looks like a couple bricks, and if these can get in behind here in In-Com's base, it will do a lot of damage. And it doesn't look like In-Com is able to see it. We see a single Tech 1 onto actually 2 Tech 2 Tech 1 anti-airs, but that won't be enough. And we see a successful brick drop. This brick is going to do a lot of damage to In-Com's base. We see Tech 3 air from Rienzilla. Yeah, no more air control for the right side. Big trouble for the right side if left Rienzilla and In-Com decides to do some drops. One thing to note, we do see experimental here from Rienzilla. He does have an ACU shield, so definitely no hope to snipe him. This brick has killed off one Tech 2 mass extractor. He's trying to break through a shield, and this is not a very good use of this brick. He's got to run away from this ACU. If this ACU overcharges that brick, it'll be very tragic for Voice of Reason. Actually runs into some Tech 1 PDs, retreats. Another brick dropped off, so 2 bricks here. They gotta run away from this ACU, otherwise big chunks of mass for In-Com. There goes 1 brick. Looks like this one goes down as well. So nice mass delivery from Voice of Reason to In-Com. It's really been the story of this game. And we see now Tech 3 Air from Voice of Reason. He's getting some more Tech 2 power. No Tech 3 power on the right side, and that's really a big deficiency finally here. The Verizon Sun working on some, and he is reclaiming, so he didn't want anything that explosive in his base, not getting this mass back. We see people recycling mass, doing a good thing, getting rid of those Tech 1 power generators. And nearly done with this GC. This GC is going to be a big trouble for the right side. They got to scout that, find out that that's happening. So far it looks like they're just ecoing and getting Tech 3 Air. So they got to scout as soon as possible and get a spider going. A spider with a few bricks will stop a GC. Of course, they also got to worry about the air superiority that Rienzilla has. It's an adventurous gesture here. Doesn't even get a chance to shoot. So far good work. One thing to note about this left side team, they did not go get the middle mass. They just went for defense on. This is really bad. We see a spider from In-Com and a GC. Actually 2 experimentals from the left side. They can just go in and start killing. And these guys got to scout as soon as possible. Let's see Tech 3 mask extractors and more T3 power. Pretty large Tech 1 Air Force here from the Verizon Sun. And it looks like they're going to go through the top. The spider's already moving in. It's a stealth unit. Be nice to keep it hidden. Maybe lead with the GC. Looks like a big retreat here from Voice of Reason. Perhaps he has seen it, and now he is going for a megalith. He needs to get that megalith as soon as possible. Very undefended base here. And we see this Tech 3 Air from Never Rising. Here comes the spider. Don't want to feed it too much. It's a pretty good looking base here. A nice shield plus a whole bunch of Tech 2 PDs. See how much damage it can do against these 2 units. 25, every 25 kills this spider gets a little health. Every 50 for the GC, of course. You see a lot more powerful in general. And the GC is just going to run this place over. Now Voice of Reason here. And Never Rising Sun looks like he's got the gun. No, this is actually just resource allocation, so he doesn't have the gun. And it looks like both players are not going to work on that mega. Really the only hope. Now we see the Air Force from Rienzilla taking out these gunships, trying to attack these experimentals. Not too much hope. Now halfway down on the mega. And now the bricks get wiped out very quickly by the experimentals. And it looks like this will be game over here, close to minute 30. Voice of Reason now running away. The mega's found out. It'll be killed before it's finished. An overcharge from Voice of Reason, and the game is over. So a pretty good game here with the right side pushing really hard. In-Com and Rienzilla survive their early onslaught, get a better eco, make experimentals, walk across. So hopefully people enjoyed that one.